If you plan on buying The Last of Us 1 remake, you're an idiot. You are a moron. You're everything that is wrong with modern day gaming. You don't deserve to call yourself a gamer or ever play video games again. In fact, you don't even deserve to peek at a video game ever again. And quite frankly, I hope your hands cramp up every time you attempt to pick up a goddamn controller, because this is by far one of the most insulting, undeserving, worthless remakes I have ever seen in my life. And I've seen some crazy stuff, but it don't get much crazier than this. I mean, come on. It's like, Sony, you continue to embarrass the PlayStation brand on a daily basis. It's like, how desperate can you get? Man, I swear the Sony of the past is rolling around in the grave just in disgust at what PlayStation has become. They have ran this brand into the ground. PlayStation used to be a brand that is like, okay, gaming, yeah, PlayStation is in there. Now you can't take PlayStation seriously anymore. They keep doing garbage like this. Doing the PlayStation Now upgrade, as they're calling it, adding a bunch of shovelware to it that nobody wants to play. We're bringing old games back, guys. Come on, look at these old games. Yeah, all shovelware that no one cares about. Fake Xbox Game Pass, bro. I mean, come on. This game, there's literally nothing changed about this game. Nothing. In fact, it looks like the game has gotten worse. It looks even shittier than it did the first time around. These enhanced lighting effects only show how truly ugly these characters are, how ugly overall the game is. Sony cannot stop milking this generic walking simulator. Like, my God, man. This game single-handedly 100% ruined Sony and the PlayStation brand. This game is entirely responsible for the downfall of PlayStation. This game is the sole reason why we get nothing but these generic, boring-ass simulators, these walking simulators, cutscene simulators, movie simulators, popcorn, large drink, and some candy-ass simulators, sleep-inducing. I didn't turn the game on in the first 30 seconds, fell asleep, got some of the best sleep of my goddamn life, cured my insomnia simulator. I cannot believe stuff like this is allowed to continue. What is this? This was the game that just, ever since then, every game they're coming out with is trying to replicate The Last of Us. You had that terrible God of War 4, which was basically just The Last of Us Kratos edition. Ghosts of Garbage Shima. That was another walking simulator, but this time samurai. Every game that they're doing, every exclusive now, is following this Last of Us template. This boring walking simulator, this cutscene simulator. That's more of a movie than a game. Listen, Sony, I know y'all want to make movies so bad, but it'll never happen. You see what happened with that terrible movie, that Uncharted movie that flopped. You saw what happened with that Ratchet and Clank movie that flopped. I mean, your movies flop. So this is why you keep having to force these terrible, and I do mean terrible, movie simulators down gamers' throats, because you know you will never make an impact on the big screen. And these pathetic Sony fanboys will eat this garbage up, but real gamers such as myself, on higher levels of thinking such as myself, we're not standing for this garbage. Give us good games. Give us actual games. Not these boring cutscene simulators, these walking simulators that aren't good in the first place. You would be able to get away with it if the writing was of quality, if the characters were of quality. You'd be like, oh man, this is a movie simulator, but at least it's good. These are not good from a writing standpoint. They're not. The gameplay is abysmal. I mean, again, The Last of Us is by far one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. And I'm not joking around when I say that. This game is horrible, bro. I hate The Last of Us. I hate everything about The Last of Us. I hate what it represents. It is a terrible game. It is an evil game that should have never been created. And the fact that it got a sequel was just ridiculous. But even worse, they're so desperate in trying to get that Last of Us, special again, where it's like, oh, hey, buy this console. It comes with The Last of Us. And they were just selling consoles back then. They're trying to do that again. They're probably going to be selling this garbage with bundles and all this type of stuff when it comes out. They're making it an exclusive. Sony is so desperate for exclusives, they're making this remake an exclusive. A garbage game that came out in 2013. Man, this game was horrible. It put me to sleep left and right. It made me feel dumber by the second. I could not get through it. It was torture. You want to learn how to torture your enemies or something like that when we're talking about war and all this type of stuff? Make them play The Last of Us. I guarantee they gonna give up instantly. You gonna make full organizations tap out from playing this garbage ass game. Trust me, it's that bad. I was simply embarrassed while playing it. I dropped it and never touched it again. Never touched it again. And again, what's hilarious are these Sony fanboys that run around acting like it's a masterpiece. And then you ask them, so how many times have you played The Last of Us? Oh, what are you talking about? I only played it once. Well, how's it a masterpiece? Oh, because it's a masterpiece. They don't even go back to these boring ass walking simulators because even they know how bad these games are. Calling The Last of Us a masterpiece and it's such an amazing game, they ain't touched it since release. They ain't touched it since release. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this is a horrible game. And anybody, I'm telling you, anybody that enjoys this game is not a real gamer. You're not. Sony, this is a new low even for you. It's like y'all realize how much of a waste the PlayStation 5 is, how it has absolutely no exclusives, nothing going for it, one of the worst consoles of all time. So what are you going to do? Just start remastering PS3 games, start remaking PS3 games, remastering PS4 games, remaking PS4 games? You're that desperate for a catalog? Because there hasn't been one hit on the PlayStation 5 since Demon's Souls, and Demon's Souls was a remake. There hasn't been one quality new IP. And I don't think there ever will be. There's just going to be nothing but sequels. Bunch of sequels like boring Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Wars, God of War, games like that. And now you're making this an exclusive because you're so desperate for an exclusive. Sony, you, like I said, man, you guys are just an embarrassment now. You know, I would give you like a little pass here and there, you know, even though you were still messing up. But now I have to turn my back on you for good. There's no hope anymore. If this is what you're telling people, it's okay to remake games like this that don't even need to be remade. This sends an unbelievable amount of destruction into the world. Now these other companies might want to hop on. Oh, a game that doesn't even deserve to be remade. Let's remake it. Sony's doing it. Why don't we do it? Oh, man. You Sony fanboys are losers and idiots, but I didn't think you could be dumb enough to even fall for this. I thought you would have had some type of standards. But it just goes to show you losers will buy anything. You'll support anything. I can't wait to play The Last of Us for the 50th time, man. Or who am I kidding? Y'all don't even play games. I can't wait to buy it and bring up Xbox 24/7 because I don't actually do anything else but that. I claim to be a PlayStation fan, but I don't play any PlayStation games. I sit on Twitter all day. Twitter, tweeting about Xbox. I can't stop talking about Xbox, PlayStation, woohoo! But you don't play any games. I bet half of y'all don't even buy the games. You're just on Twitter making lists all day. Look at all the list of games PlayStation has. I don't buy any of them, though. I don't play any of them. Xbox doesn't have anything. PlayStation fans are a joke.